Whoops. Man, this thing is actually a good size.
They claim it's 1/10 scale, so
Let's see what we've got. They packaged it really well, that's for sure. Wow, that is actually a 1/10 scale.
that doesn't happen much. At first glance, I am super impressed. We've got really beefy, so far, everything.
That may not be so good. There's not a lot of suspension travel.
The rear is a little bit better. Comes with a really big, for its price range, 2S battery, Dean's plug, a couple extra parts and some tools, of course a charger, zip ties.
Oh, hold on a second. Where's the controller? Oh, there it is.
Alright, I see a lot of positives on here. I mean, one is everything is just extremely beefy. Those are some insanely thick drive shafts, typical size upper control arms, and tie rods for a car of this size. However, they do not seem flexible at all. They are solid. What looks like a really well-designed chassis.
Wow, taking a little peek.
Wait till you see the size of the motor in there. The tires would not be super absorby for jumps. They're relatively hard. That's hard to judge because it is really cold outside. Plastics get a lot harder and brittle. Rubber gets a lot harder and brittle. You definitely have to be careful when it's cold outside because plastic, it'll snap so much easier. Just like your fingers crack and bleed sometimes when it's cold outside. It's just the cold blows.
Yeah, that's a pretty big motor.
I mean, that's a 67mm can.
Which is much bigger than any motor I've ever seen in something with this price point.
Now, it's not rated at ultra high speeds, which makes me think it's probably got a good amount of torque and it'll hopefully be really awesome out in the leaves and in the grass. We're gonna test it on other terrains as well. I mean, this setup just seems really well thought out. A well-designed steering system.
At least visually, of course.
Big ol' axles. Obviously, it's thinner on the ends, which of course would be where it breaks if that happened. But also, look at the size of that center shaft. You've got metal diff input cups and outputs. It does not specify if the differentials are metal. I showed you that big battery that it comes with. It will also fit a full size.
Well, you would have to figure out a different mounting system.
But that's a 3S. Here's a 2S.
It flexes a little bit, but it works.
The ESC came untaped in the shipping. It has a good amount of weight to it. These wheels look like they're really strong. There's a lot of plastic in there. Typical size servo for a 1/10 scale.
That bumper looks really tough too.
Hopefully not too strong. A really strong bumper will transfer that load to other components that you really don't want to break. It has a metal motor mount, a full under chassis bell crank system. Honestly, it looks a lot like the rival MT10 setup. I think they may have taken some inspiration from here.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Really similar motor mount setup, perpendicular but similar servo setup. Big battery tray on the other side. Man, I actually really like what I see. I rarely put prices in my videos because prices change a lot, but for the price of this, it looks like they really tried to make something good. We're about to go test it, of course. I wish the plastics were a little more flexible, but it's cold outside. Things will break in the cold.
Oh, and I just noticed, it does not have true differentials in there, unless they're just locked up.
So I'm actually really curious how this is gonna drive. There's washers over top of the control arms to keep them from being able to pop off real easy. So even with the fact that it's got locked diffs, or it really doesn't have diffs at all, if they use quality materials for these components, this will be an excellent platform to start off with, to drive around and just have fun with, and to upgrade. They gave you all kinds of room for everything. Dude, are you ready to drive this thing?
Yes, me too!
Oh! So this rear shock's already broken from just running it in the backyard.
You didn't even do anything.
I know, I don't even know when it broke. Here you go, jump it.
Max is doing the speed test for us this time.
15.
15 miles an hour. You want to try it? Yeah. Okay. Whoa!
Whoa, what was that?
When you're in control, you know you can just let go.
He did backflip.
Well, half of one. Good job.
Do it backwards, jump.
Check this out.
How?
Should we do that again? Yes? Okay. All right, next we got to do a transfer.
Don't do it! Yeah, you didn't do it, bro.
Try again.
This battery lasts a little long.
What? Yeah! That was cool. You want to try?
Tell me I'm getting this first try.
Yep, you got it.
Second try.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was so close. Oh, wait, hold on. I think just an axle popped out of it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, but that's because it broke that left diff drive cup. All right, the axle's back in there for now. You may have one or two more chances to get this.
So actually, this does have real diffs in it. Just needed to break in a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, she's done. You know, I actually do kind of like this for its target audience.
Even something as simple as just better shocks would make this a lot better.
Because we did break that differential outdrive cup, but honestly, I think that's from overextension because
The shock broke first. It's crazy that shock broke so easily, being the rest of them survived a whole bunch of concrete jumps.
like I said earlier, this is a pretty decent platform. I need to see if I can find parts for it, because I don't know.
But you do now, because it's right here.
I even missed this earlier, but it's got metal hinge pin brackets. What is that, A, B, C, D? I think that's right. The A and the D hinge pin brackets are metal.
So if you've never watched our channel before, you know that we pretty much break every single car the first time we drive it. But honestly, we do it so that you know if there's a weak point on something or not. If it doesn't break for us, which sometimes happens, it probably won't break for you. And if it does break for us, it still may not break for you. So for the price and the target market, I think this did pretty good. It can easily get you or a kid into the hobby.
Oh man, my Fruit Loops box fell. But anyway, this will get you into the hobby
With nothing that's dangerous, it's not going 40 miles an hour.
and it's big. Most beginner cars are like that small.
This definitely has its place, just not for an enthusiast who's gonna go nuts. But we definitely had fun doing it.
Oh, not to mention, we ran this for a long time and never had to switch out the battery or charge it. And there's 6% charge left in it.
And that's actually pretty good because we probably got close to 25 minutes of runtime, and that includes out in the grass and the leaves, which uses up more power because there's more resistance on grass.
And our ESC didn't pop back off again. That's amazing.